Welcome to episode 7 of Are We There Yet? The video series from 2.4. I cannot believe a week has passed since the last one I did. Time is just passing so quickly. I suppose that sort of what happens when days just roll into one another. Not on the balcony this week because it's raining in Dubai, so it doesn't happen often, but it's a welcome change. And it certainly makes it sort of easier to stay indoors when the weather's not great. It also means we've been getting quite a bit of work done, which is good. We've been pretty busy with our Travel From Home campaign. We launched it a few weeks ago. For those that haven't heard about it, it's basically people who are looking forward to traveling in the future fill in a quick survey. We get a few like-minded people together, so people that maybe want to visit the same destination, set up a group video chat and bring in maybe like a travel expert from that destination. So we've run a couple of them so far. We've had people from the tourist board get involved. They've been answering questions on, easy things like best time of year to visit, weather, things like car seats, like legislation for car seats and taxis and public transport, and a lot of things that people just try to find out online. We're making it easier for people to get that information. It's not a COVID-19 chat. Because I think people just need to sort of get away from that sometimes. Although, it's not focused on that. In one of the discussions, somebody mentioned COVID-19, but mentioned it in the way that it was like, in the future, we're going to be looking back onto this, and suddenly COVID-19 might not be the biggest thing that we think about. All the other concerns or fears, whatever it might be, that you had about travel will come back again. And COVID-19 will probably slip down the list a wee bit. And an example of that was somebody who had a fear of flying. They still travel, but flying was a big challenge for them. And we were talking about what could they be doing now so that when you can fly again, it makes it a bit easier. And if that does apply to you, there's a really cool thing with British Airways. They do like a course for people and talk you through what's going on and makes it a bit easier. I shared the idea of, we get the thumbs up to travel again. Families go ahead and book holidays and flights, and you arrive at the airport and you just see people going, oh yeah, I forgot that flying with a toddler is not that much fun. And that suddenly becomes the biggest issue. And so we were thinking what can you do now to prepare for travel in the future? So not just planning trips, but if you're concerned about going to a place where maybe medical care isn't as good, can you be doing a first aid course to give you that confidence, so you know what to carry with you, you know what to happen, for minor ailments and things like that. So we're going to look at that here at 2.4 and come up with some sort of more information on that for you and share some ideas probably in the next few weeks. Going back to the one about traveling or flying with children, it got me thinking to what we did to prepare our child when we started flying. We took a year around the world with him when he was 2, so he had to very quickly get used to flying. But I'm a big believer in planning for things ahead. So there's loads of stuff out there about when you're on the plane. These are great apps for the iPad or tablet. Here's how to use snacks, here's how to wrap up presents for them and toys and puzzles that you give every half hour. All great stuff, and certainly things I've done before as well. But what can you do in the weeks or months leading up to getting on that plane? Whether it be the first time you're taking your kid away, or the kid just doesn't enjoy it. So what my wife and I did, we set up our dining room into like a mock plane. Got the dining chairs out, got basically much every chair we had in the house, put it into rows. We ordered lap belts from Amazon, like the airplane seat belts. We got Spider-Man was in one seat, my son was in the other. And we sort of ran through the scenario of what happens when you get on the plane. There was a wee torch that was sort of like his seatbelt light, so he knew that was the captain speaking to him because the captain was busy. So when the light came on, that was the captain saying, would you mind putting your seatbelt on for me? I served lunch as an air steward, walking up and down the aisle. My wife was the pilot, so she was giving out some information. We used the YouTube video in front of us, like a point of view thing for taking off and landing, and just made it lots of fun. And what that meant was then when he rocked up to the airport and was getting on the plane, he knew what to expect. We weren't as nervous, he wasn't as nervous, and so it was a much more enjoyable event. And he was actually telling people around him, look, that light's on, that means the captain's saying, you have to put your seatbelt on. And it makes there's that connection. So I think things like that, really interesting. Try it out at home. We've got time, you're looking for ways to keep the kids entertained, so that could be one. And don't just do it once, do it several times and change it each time, and go to different destinations and make it part of a bigger playtime. So yeah, we're going to make that a bit more of the Travel From Home series. We'll probably expand it a wee bit into things that you could be doing to prepare for travel rather than just planning where you're going and what you'll do. We'll keep in touch with that over the next few weeks. If you want to get involved in that, just head over to the website, click the big red button, fill in the survey. There's a few people who have filled out the survey and we haven't invited you to group chat yet, not because we don't want to, but we use like-minded people. What I have been doing is sending you through some articles and ideas and resources that you can use in the meantime, until we wait for more responses to trickle in. So yeah, thank you very much. Been nice to chat again this week. Stay home, stay safe, all the other hashtags, and yeah, we will be in touch again next week. Cheers, guys.